everybody, and greetings. It is I, your songwriting partner, your co-producer, and as always, your friend, Joe Seeby. And happy Thursday, guys. And Thursday is always our class that we like to call Picture This. Picture This is when I give you an image, a photograph, a still, a painting, any kind of image whatsoever. And your job is to write a award-winning, Grammy award-winning chorus. That's up to you. All right. Why do we do this exercise? Well, for a lot of reasons. It gives us an idea to start with. Sometimes I tell you guys this all the time, but it's so true. When I'm writing with somebody and, we're both staring at a blank piece of paper for an hour, it's not very conducive to coming up with, brilliant ideas. At least like these photographs will give you a starting place in order to, a springboard, if you will, to start your creative flow. And I just love imagery anyway. It just adds to you getting excited about something to write about. Sometimes I'll sit, I'll sit here at my desk and I'll go, I don't know what to write about. I see all these things in my head, but they're like when I have a concrete photograph, like something substantially that's telling some sort of story visually, it's so much easier for me to translate that into lyrics rather than that. Nothing. You know what I mean? So you're always going to come up with a better idea when you have a perspective rather than nothing. And you're just standing there looking at your song, whoever's writing with you that day, they might have a bunch of ideas. And, and I say this a lot too. I don't always feel creative. And sometimes I need something to jolt me into thinking of something creative. Some days I'm bursting with ideas or I can't get them down on paper fast enough. And then there's other days when you could hold a gun to my head and I won't come out with anything creative, or I really have to do some intense soul searching. But over the years, I've learned how to kind of jumpstart my creativity with these kind of exercises. Other things that inspire me to write new songs are, like I say, movies, TV, even commercials, other songs, of course, new songs, new artists. They always really, jolt my creativity whenever I'm worried about I'm just listening. Some days I'll just listen to all these new artists, like Mechanics of Songwriting days. I'll just put on Billboard and listen to 60 people, 60 artists, because they'll play 60 little snippets of the choruses. So you get the video is 20 minutes long, but you're only getting, not even a minute, 20-second snippets of choruses just winging by. And sometimes you'll catch one and be like, wow, that is so amazing. Oh, I want to write a song in that vibe. I'm not saying to steal a song, but it'll jumpstart you to write something as passionate as what you just heard. You know what I mean? So all these things are little Jedi mind tricks to get you to be creative. And whatever gets you in that zone is a good thing, And like I say this every weekend too, every week, whatever you see in that picture, even if it's a concrete thing, a woman holding a bouquet of flowers and she's wearing a red hat. If that makes you think about your neighbor, because your neighbor's got a hat like that, and a couple years ago she gave your mom a bouquet of flowers, write it about her. The picture is just a springboard for your creativity. I want the picture to play a role in your chorus, but it's really up to you. The rules are, there are no rules. I say that every week, but it's true. I just want the picture to bring something out in you creative wise. And when you look at that picture, if it makes you think of something that's really almost not related to the picture, write about that. I don't care. It's not the picture so much as it is what it does to jumpstart your creativity and get that flowing. That's really more important than the picture. I mean, the picture is important. And like I say all the time, this is another way. When you look at the picture, I want you to study it. And then I want you to take your pen and paper, and I want you to write down everything you see. You know, if there's a tree way in the background in the left-hand corner, and it's barely visible, I still want you to write down tree in the background. Tree, grass, a ball, the sun, a police car, whatever's in the picture, write everything down that's in the picture. Don't worry about rhyming yet. Don't even worry about the story. Just write every visual thing that's in the photograph. Write it down. And then I want you to zone out, stare at that photograph until you don't see it no more. Until it dissolves and you're in your mind daydreaming. That's really where all the best ideas come from. Is from when you start to go up here and not out here. When you're in here. When you pull back and then suddenly you realize you've been in here for a while, that's where the ideas come from. You have to create a universe all from that photograph, that still image. We don't know what happened before it or after. It's a still frozen image of what was going on. You have to create the story. But the only rules are, and I say this every week, but I'm going to say it till the day I die. It's entirely up to you. It's your universe. You know what I mean? But here's the rules. It's got to rhyme. It's got to tell a story. And it's got to make sense to the listener. It can't be an inside joke. It can't be something you and your friend from third grade only understood because you guys had your own thing. No, it's got to be universally understood. Everyone's got to get the gist or the storyline from your chorus. Chorus is rhyme. It's a song. Okay? So, right now I'm going to show you the picture, and I want you to see it. Now, when you look at it, you can pause the video, the YouTube video, and stare at it as long as you like it. Just hit the pause button, stare at it, because, you know, it's on a limited time frame here on the video. But if you freeze it, you can hold it as long as you want. So without further ado, here is the photograph. Enjoy this. Okay, so you saw the picture. It's a man and a woman in a very close embrace. He's actually holding her face, and they are inches apart from kissing. They look like they're, you know, and they just look like they're very into one another. And so I stared at this, and you know, like I said, I disappeared into that picture. I looked at it, studied it, until I kind of went into a trance, a daydream. And when I pulled back out, I had a whole story, right? To me, and now this is not going to be particularly your story, but it's just my story. So I'm just sharing what I came up with for this. So, you know, here's this couple. They are so in love with each other, they can't see straight. And so I thought about that. You know, when you're so attracted to somebody and they take up all of your thoughts throughout your day, you can't wait till you see them. You can't wait to spend time with them. And sometimes you end up reminiscing about the early days. And for me, this was like, this is where we were when we first met, but this is still how I feel about you. So I'm going to read to you what I wrote for this. Okay. So it says, I never will forget the first time that we met, when I lit your cigarette. We talked from night to day, and you still take my breath away. I'll never let you go. You know I love you so. Right here is where I'll stay, 'cause you still take my breath away. You still take my breath away. You still take my breath away. That's my chorus. So that's what that picture reminded me of, you know. And if you ever felt that kind of, you know, that emotional connection with another human being, this song and the chorus that I wrote will relate to you or to anyone who's ever been in love like that. And that picture will definitely bring on those feelings. Now, I do have a melody for this and a chord progression that I will share with you on a later date for a melody writing thing. But right now, these are the words that I wrote for the picture, this thing. I can't wait to see what you guys write for this, because you guys have been writing me some great lyrics based on some of these pictures. So anyway, guys, without further ado, this is your songwriting partner, your co-producer, and as always, your friend Joe Seavey. That's all the time we got for tonight, but I can't wait, like I said, to see what you guys wrote for this. And I'm excited to see what you guys come up with for it. All right, songwriters, I love you all. Be safe, be good, and I will see you soon. Peace.